In Ohio, the Office of the Inspector General investigates fraud, waste, abuse, and corruption within the executive branch of state government. And if you do, then you'll be guilty for obstruction of justice. Read the Ohio Virus Code. I mean, it's law. It's not just something I'm making up.
You cannot go to Dog Family Services unless you get under arrest.
If you commit a felony, it just says in the Ohio Virus Code, I can. 2935. We're all under the same law, and that's a fact. We are. It's in the Ohio Revised Code, but I'll make sure Monday that I'll have a state trooper or somebody with me.
You can get state troopers can't come in.
Why? Is this a county or state?
We do not have state police in Ohio.
This building, is it owned? I didn't ask about that.
County.
Okay, who pays for the county?
Not state troopers. State trooper don't have
Taxpayers.
state trooper don't have authority.
Who do you work for though?
I work for the sheriff.
For the taxpayer. Yeah, you're saying you don't work for the public.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, who do you work for? Who pays?
I work for the sheriff.
Who works for?
All right, man. You take it easy.
I'll see you Monday.
Show up Monday and you'll know what'll happen.
Better learn the law.
Okay.
If you commit kidnapping and commit felonies, who? I mean, it's not getting through to me. To have a judge and CPS put through false evidence to take a child out of Kentucky who's never lived in Ohio.
We have told you before, unfortunately, we can't help you because your situation remains a court jurisdictional matter.
Well, I mean, I just was calling. The letter told me to contact you guys back because there was a different issue as far as there's a few more different issues that are concerning that I've been made aware of recently. Would you like to hear them?
Okay.
Or no?
Well, is there an open case at all with Lawrence County?
Well,
Children's Services.
I couldn't.
Is there an open case right now?
I guess. I mean, I couldn't get a straight answer out of them if I had to. But there is something you might need to know, though. That is a little bit important. If I can. If not, don't worry about it. Then just everybody's going to look. Court's next. It's coming up on the 13th anyway, so but it's pretty bad when even the mother says it's a false report. And do you understand what's happened here, though? I might not explain it that good. Does anybody understand what really happened here?
Well, yeah, I've heard. I've spoken with you a couple times.
I don't think anybody understands what happened. A magistrate took custody for no reason except one that's false, and transcripts can prove that. Okay, then she calls in CPS. They come in with a complaint the next day. The magistrate accepts it and is ruling on these issues until she's replaced by an Ohio Supreme Court judge for conflict of interest. Okay, and then
that's still a court jurisdictional matter, though, sir.
Time
We
out.
don't have any control over what judges do, though.
That's so cute. Everybody says that, but this is all gonna be on. I mean, it's just funny because what's the point of sending me a letter and then telling me to call you guys? Because here's the thing, I've got.
What happens is that you'll contact the senator, you'll contact the governor's office of Ohio,
I'll contact the president if I got to.
Right, but unfortunately what happens is every time that they think that you have some issue with Children's Services, which at this point you don't have an open case, they're always going to send it over here.
Well, let me ask you something then. If you're involved in a case that clearly the paperwork was not filled out correctly, according to the magistrate.
In court. In court, right?
Let me finish, though. And if your agency does not correct information that they know is false, just like the prosecutors, they said, I got the supervisor recorded and I posted it. The supervisor said the prosecutor's office put the language in there stating the mother had custody. Okay, that's incorrect.
Well, again, if that was the prosecutor's office doing that, Children's Services is not attached to that.
Let me finish, though. Okay, I talked to the prosecutor's office, and they say in the recording, no, they would only put the language in there that was given to them by CPS. They want them to correct it, and nothing's done. Dave Carey laughs about it. Dave Carey must have a lot of pull in that state.
Lawsuit against CPS for falsifying information under oath, and that's punishable by the law. They can be held in contempt of court and everything.
Oh, and
you have to prove that in the court of law. You have to provide that documentation.
Well, how hard? How hard is it going to be to prove that they've lied when I've got the director recorded saying we didn't find anything? Okay, I posted that. It's out there in the public view. Okay, I've got these recordings, and I got Tenica Ferguson's recording, who's under investigation by the licensing board. The director, he was forced to early retire for his comments made about the governor and the way he talked to me like a dog. And you don't see a problem in your department, in this department.
No, I didn't say there wasn't a problem, sir. What I'm saying is, if you've got all this information, it's up to you to convince a judge or maybe a jury if it involves this type of situation in civil court, to convince them that you have been wrongly treated.
If you can tell me how, when I can't be when I'm not allowed to even see the judge and be in the same room.
I can't control that, sir. That's a court that decided that. Again, you keep focusing on things that have happened in court or a DA's office or a prosecutor's office. We can't help you.
One question real quick. Is it not up to the people who do the risk assessment and the paperwork and the follow-up and the the manuals and everything to correctly report accurately, or no? Am I wrong on that? Or do you just say a kid's from Chicago if he's not?
I never have.
Okay.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not here to discount anything you're saying. I'm not here to say one way or the other.
I'm just asking you. I don't want to be right or wrong. I'm asking you just policy.
You got all this documentation and all this proof. Go to court. Get an attorney. Hire a lawyer. Whatever you got to do, or represent yourself. Go to court. Prove it in court. That's where you have to go.
But here's the thing, though. When you got an agency that's sitting there that is continuing to pile on a lie to try to save their own ass, just like, what can somebody do if they're not allowed in the court proceedings?
Go to court. If you got to go to the appeals court, the higher appellate courts, or even the Supreme Court, do what you got to do. Do it in court.
Okay. Well, I've seen how I can't even get the forms to file through the court, but I'll print them offline. I learned how to do that.
I don't have any idea how you get the forms to fill out.
Well, no, I mean,
you'd have to talk to a clerk of courts.
I've done that. They won't give them to you, but
yeah, well, we can't help you with that here, sir.
Oh, I don't want help with it. I'm fine. I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, it's just, but I just wonder how an agency just can't correct wrong information. That's all I was wondering. That's just the only thing that would go a long way in the prosecutor's office.
They're not going to tell on themselves, is what it sounds like. So it's up to you to prove that they've lied under oath in a court of law.
Well, man, prosecutors recording, and also the director's recording, and then also Tenica Ferguson's recording. Boy, it sure does paint a pretty ugly picture of this state
agency. That might be so, but if you're putting it out in the public, it's getting everywhere than where it's supposed to be heard, and that's in court.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you got a social worker and social workers keeping you from seeing your child, you got them making more false accusations and more claims and making it impossible. They've made 3 false police reports. They've made.
Them in court.
I will,
on, so
but they've made.
Okay,
well, that's fine, but. All right, man. I was just calling the number. They said to call this number and to talk to you guys, but
yeah, I'm just letting you know. Anytime you send something, to the Attorney General's office or the Governor of Ohio or whoever, they're always going to send it right back here. Where unfortunately we still can't help you.
I sent something to Donald Trump, and if that helps, it helps. But you know what? That's the thing about.
No, he'll send it on over to the governor here, and the governor will send it right back down here. Is what I'm just saying.
But you know what? At least people hear about it and they know about it, because sometimes the court of law and the law isn't always just, as we know. So
that might be true, but you just have to keep fighting it in court.
I'm going to, but public opinion does matter, and these people run for office. I don't. So thank you very much.
Public opinion needs to be heard in court.
It will be. It's a fact. Thank you, sir.
All righty.
All right.
All right.
To have a judge put through false evidence through court after calling CPS in to make a false complaint and accepting what they know is false just one day after being in court with both of them, and then having a judge from Sauter County cover it up after CPS admits to lying in court. This case has defrauded taxpayers out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it's also federal kidnapping. To take a kid out of Kentucky by falsifying evidence through court, and you're a judge and you're CPS, and Lawrence County Sheriff's Department won't investigate it. When Lawrence County Sheriff's Department, Jeff Lawless has a recorded interview with my child's mother that proves she lives in Kentucky. So Ohio CPS has a child that's never lived in Ohio by either parent, period, ever. And they know he lives with me in Kentucky. I'm the only person with legal custody. But yet, they still don't transfer the case over to Kentucky. That's unheard of, because this is some illegal ass shit. And this is our system. And it's robbing you, the taxpayers. And that's not fraud. And if that's not enough for the Inspector General, I don't know what is. This is insane. This is our government, you guys.
Somebody should be hitting lotto for 36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic. That's just
Thrift store.
I got a problem, and it's Sheriff Lawless, it's Brigham, it's Markham, it's Chapman, it's all of them. Yeah, I got a problem. Are you with me? Then fuck y'all, cause I do it by myself. I don't need nobody else but my 4-5 and my AR. Yeah, I pull up in that big body. You know me, I ain't backing down from nobody. I don't give a fuck if he does wear the blue and the badge. He can get it too. He ain't bad, he just hide behind that badge. You know, they don't value life, especially if your skin is darker than mine. And we all know that's how it goes. And it's like we're always waiting on something to happen when we are what the fuck we've been waiting on. It's us, it's me and you against them. And that's how it's gonna be for the rest of my life and yours in history. If we don't change it, it ain't never gonna change. It's gonna get worse. Can you imagine your kids living through this bullshit? I mean, look at Guy Thomas. He got dragged and ran over and they found his body under the car. But did anybody get charged? No. They moved that officer out that night. And it's fucked up. I don't even know what to say at this point now. What the fuck happened? Where's Trap? They found him in the creek down by the Cannon Park. I couldn't even get the words out. They don't even make sense, cause they put him in jail and then they found him dead. That makes a lot of sense. Not really, but you know they'll make shit up and try to throw salt on his name, but that's just the game. But I'm telling y'all, if we don't do something right now, it's just gonna get worse. And it might be your son or yours next week or maybe tomorrow. Cause you know, Sheriff Brigham don't give a fuck about none of y'all.